welcome to Geek Layer. I'm Tave.
I'm Misa.
And a mace.
Now, today we're going to talk about Brand New Animal. So, Mace, could you tell us what's the main topic about this, the summary?
Brand New Animal, or BNA, tells the story of Michiru, a human that turns into a beastman out of nowhere, and her adventures in Anima City, where she's trying to find a way to turn back.
Okay, thanks. Now, did you like it?
I was the one who recommended it to you guys, so obviously I liked it a lot. I like the art style, I like the music. I basically like everything about it.
I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun and I was captivated by it. I really enjoyed watching it and I would definitely recommend it. I had a great time.
Well, in my case, it's different because I didn't like it. Like, I think it's fine, but I consider it just to be another seasonal anime. Like, for me, nothing stands out. So, would I recommend it? Yes, but not to someone to get him into anime, like someone who already knows something. So, yeah, why not?
So I'm starting to see that our tastes in anime are very different and clashing, but that's all right. That gives it a bit more of interesting reviews. Before going to anything else, I would like to talk about the opening sequence, both the song that it's ready to, and the overall opening, because it's one of my favorite things. It's what got me into actually watching it. It's so colorful. I love the animation. I love the characters, and the song is one of my favorites.
It was really nice. I actually really enjoyed the opening. And yeah, the opening sequence, I love color, so it was really fun and enjoyable. But I actually prefer when talking about the song, I prefer the ending. I found it, I don't know, just more of my liking.
I agree with Isa. For me, the opening was kind of forgettable. So this is one of the few animes I've pressed the skip button because it's yeah, and the ending is rather similar, but it's really good. And yeah, the color scheme at the beginning is like well colorful, obviously, but as I've said, nothing stands out for me, and it's actually too short to be an opening. It's 1 minute long instead of 1 minute 30.
But even so, I still really liked it. And the ending song I really also like. It's called Night Running, and it's played multiple times in the anime, which is really nice. And I really like that song also.
Yeah, still, the opening is really fun and nice to listen to. And something about the ending caught my attention. Like, it had this nostalgic feeling, at least for me, and I really enjoyed it.
I agree with Isa again. The ending song is really good, but I think they could have done better with this song using it in the anime because they use it several times. So it was just like hearing it again. If they had done it like only one time or even two, it would have given you more feelings about it. Like in the last fight, let's say, let's call it that way, like using it was brilliant. But but using it before was just eh, well, at least in my opinion.
It kind of makes sense what you're saying, but remember that this song kind of represents a very big part about their past, and so they use it to connect to that part, which I think works in this situation.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tabe, but also with Maze. I actually really liked that it played along the anime because when I like a song, I listen to it on repeat for like a few days. So I enjoyed like being able to listen to it without having to finish the chapter, the episode. I mean, um, and yeah, it plays a kind of big role. It has a meaning behind it. So yeah, I enjoy that.
And what about the characters and the topics? Because, well, for being a 12 episode anime, this talks about a lot of things like mafia, some kind of drugs, I remember, corruption, and stuff like that, that it's really interesting. But once again, I don't think it's got the right, let's say, writer for this.
I get why you don't like the approach, but this is one of the things that I noticed the most because they touch many themes like what you say, mafia, but also racism and then also feminism and problems in the city that are represented with the that are represented with the chapters. And I think it's really interesting how each topic constructs with the entire city. So I really like that part. And I really liked the involvement Michiru has with every one of these issues in each episode.
I also really enjoy that they showed that even though it was a city full of beastmen, it had the same dynamics as a city full of men because they were similar in a way, and there still was corruption and good people and stuff like that. And I enjoy that there were like some episodes where they just focused mainly on one topic. So like the baseball episode, I enjoy that, but still the story, like the main issues, still carried through the whole anime.
In here, I'll have to disagree because I think as I was reading about this, I found a review that I think sums everything up that says that this anime is wide as an ocean, but deep as a puddle. It tells a lot of things, but at the same time does nothing. Like Michiru became just another cliche character that just got there by luck. So I don't think that's something like good at all. And whenever she got to a, let's say, good point of narrative point, she just threw it all away and just made a stupid decision because who is going to know more than half human, half beastman? It's not as she had a friend that had lived for 2,000 years.
I agree that Michiru does some questionable decisions, but I still think that the theme is present. Maybe they don't carry out as deeply, but that's because of the overall idea and the overall concept of the anime. They want it to be lightheaded, very nice, very subtle, but still interesting enough so people watch it, which is something I appreciate a lot in an anime. I like the characters and the storytelling, although it's not so deep, it still makes enough context so that you get interested in it.
Yeah, I agree. Michiru was kind of, well, she was really impulsive and impatient, and she thought she knew best. But I don't know, I feel like that kind of suits a bit the anime. I don't know, I just really enjoyed. I mean, she did stupid things that frustrated me, but I liked the way they touched like little subjects, even if it really wasn't too deep. I don't know, it was nice to have them there.
Look, 90% of this anime talks about racism. And like that's the main deal. Like humans and beastmen. But if you just want to watch something that talks about racism and is, let's say, called an anime, then my friend, you must need to watch Beastars. Beastars does the same, but you know what? It is well written. The characters feel real, not just someone that it's going because why not? I want an adventure, so I'll go from here to this place without asking questions. Beastars feels real. This just feels fake.
But that also has to do a lot with the type of anime that you're watching. And for this type of storytelling, it fits very well. The characters and everything goes together because of the type of story that they're trying to tell. And we're not talking about Beastars. It's also really good, but that's going to come on later, maybe. Um, so I don't particularly agree with that.
I haven't watched the Beastars, so I can't really give my opinion on it. But I feel that this is more of like a light anime that you just watch to pass time. Um, yeah, as May say, like a more of a light-hearted anime, and I think it's enjoyable. It might not be the best, but if you're just bored and want to watch something and don't know what, I think it's like a good thing to watch. It's not bad. I find it really good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I think it's a good thing to pass time. It might not be the best written or like the one with the most depth, but it's still good and enjoyable.
I found a lot of characters like really good. For example, Shiro Ogami or whatever you want to call him. I think that's a really good character, and Alan Silvestar was actually my favorite character up till the last chapter because they messed up in that last chapter, but he was a well written villain. Like his intentions weren't like this let's say, funny comedy James Bond's enemy that has this humongous stupid plan just for doing something. Like he's focused and he know what he wants and he's going to do it. I also liked how more or less each character represented something. Like for example, the shark was the mafia guy, and I found that really fun. Also, for example, the ones that fly are were kind of military, and I think that personification is really good.
About the characters, I might have a feeling that you're gonna disagree with me, but my favorite character was Mari Itami, the mink, and every sequence she was like, "I'm a mink." I really liked when she was saying that. I think she was a funny character. I also liked Nina a lot, the mafia's daughter, and I think they were really my style of characters because they were a bit more lightheaded, as I was saying. They're just kind of there to push the air, just being a fun piece of the anime, and I really like them.
I agree with both of you. I feel like Ogami and Alan Silvesta were probably the best written characters, and I feel like they had a lot of depth to them. I really enjoyed their presence in the anime. And yeah, also Mary and Nina, they were really fun. I really enjoyed the chapter with Nina. And yeah, she's such a funny gal. I don't know, I just really enjoy her. And those are probably like my four favorite characters. And I feel like they all add a little bit to the story, so I really like that.
I also like this mink, Nina, I think. It was really fun to watch how she yelled at everyone because she was a mink and not any other kind of animal. And I think that's something that would actually happen if this kind of society existed. Like you were like, oh, that's a kind of bird. And it'll be like, no, I'm this thing or stuff like that. Like confusing like I don't know, emus and ostrich or stuff like that. And I found that like a little wrinkle really fun. And there are a lot of things that are little details just there, but that are actually really good. Like for example, all the last sequences where they were teaching about DNA or well, some kind of DNA and how to produce a vaccine and stuff like that. Like for me, that was interesting. Like there's something for everyone in this anime.
So that's pretty much what I was saying. It's just fun, but it has different aspects that some people may like or dislike. And I think that's something that makes this anime a little bit better than what you may be picturing it to be, but that's all right. Everybody has their opinions. There's something that I found really funny though, that they were always able to sneak up everywhere. They just passed through security like it was nothing. And I think that's super funny because it doesn't make sense, but it's still there, which is pretty funny as it is.
Yeah, it has a lot of things that can appeal to different people. So I think that's why it's a nice anime, because if you have like different, like everyone has different opinions on it, but I feel like it's still a really enjoyable anime that most people can watch and be like, I mean, it was good. It was not the best, but it was good, or it was the best anime. So I think that was really fun because it had elements for everyone.
Now, what score would you give this anime? Like, in my opinion, it's a 6. It's like a fine. I think it's fine. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's just fine.
We're probably gonna fight about this after we stop filming this chapter, but I'm gonna give it a 9 because I really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite anime, obviously, but it's really cool and I loved everything about it. The characters, the art, the animation, everything was just so appealing to me and the type of stuff I like to watch. So that's why I'm giving it a 9.
I'm giving it a 9 too because it really captivated me, and I wanted to finish it quickly. Like, not really finish it, but I just wanted to keep watching through it. So it's a 9 for me.
Well, without anything else to say, we'll go back to our geek layer.
Till next time.